Yeah. Hopefully
Um,
games in the new year.
yeah, games in the new year sound good to me, and I might do a round of Halo just for old time's sake when we're done. So
Yeah.
okay, so games in the decade. Actually, let me do a system. All right. Welcome to part 3 of our decade retrospective. I'm Mr. Warburg. That's Chris. We're gonna be talking about our favorite games of the decade. This is part 3 because the last few have gone longer than I thought they would. So,
So long.
and if they be part of the same one, sorry, I'm not gonna edit around it because this is live.
Did
We're
you
doing
hear
it
that,
live.
ladies? We've been going for so long.
Yeah, we don't stop.
We ain't no one pump chump.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
So, I'm going to break this down a little by year and just go through my favorite games of the year, of each year of the decade, and
Yeah.
not pick a favorite of that year because that's going to be a really intense debate that some of which I haven't played in forever. So, and then a couple of them in my early years of the decade are cultural touchstones that were big because they feed into an argument I want to have or discussion I'd like to have at the end of the debate. So chat while we're talking, and we're going to be talking with you in chat live more on this one than we will in the part 1 of the movies. Let us know what your favorite games of the year. So we're going to start in 2010. So we'll do the opposite of what we did for the movies, Chris. I'll run through. I'll do. Here, let's just alternate, and if we hit one that we haven't hit, we'll keep it going.
Oh, I don't. We could just start talking about games because I
Okay,
don't really
sure.
have a lot of.
Well, let's do.
Just
I'll do a year.
years.
You do a year.
I don't have years written next to
Oh, okay.
mine.
That's not a big deal then. Not a big deal then. We didn't really discuss this part super well like we did
No.
the movies. So,
I found out about this about 30 minutes before we were recording. I didn't know about this part of the document.
Yeah, that's true. Chris didn't see it. He didn't realize there were tabs on the page.
No, they're usually at the top.
Oh, they're not. Have you never used Excel? The tabs are at
No,
the bottom.
why would I ever use Excel? I do everything with my pen and
Have you ever
in
seen
pictures.
a spreadsheet?
No, I work in retail. I've never worked a desk job in my life. I went to school to animate things.
What do you use to make
I
your
did
budget?
not write any.
What do you use to make your monthly budget?
What? Why would I do that? I'm poor already.
That's why you need a fucking spreadsheet. Jesus.
No!
Fucking
Screw
Christ.
it.
Oh my God.
I go when the month starts. I look at my bank account, and at the end of the month, I look, and if it's lower, then oh no. That's what I do. That's my spreadsheet.
Okay. What I'm saying is,
Let's talk about games.
I'm trying to get there.
Accountant Simulator was our favorite.
Okay. All right. 2010. I'll circle it back around to this argument. 2010 is one of the top 2 or 3 greatest years in modern gaming history. I'm talking post PS2 plus.
I can agree with that.
Basically, when the internet started becoming a thing, everybody could game with, whether console or PC, and when PC games started also being on consoles at the same time. Because before that, it was a big gulf. Not tons of PC games never came to consoles because the consoles just weren't there. PS2 plus and on, that became a much tighter thing. Yeah. And the ecosystem changed with the dawn of the internet and online multiplayer. So, 2010 was fucking stacked. Stacked with all-timers. Halo Reach, Mass Effect 2, Red Dead Redemption, Call of Duty Black Ops, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which is like the culmination of everything 2 was trying to do, and you feel like a master assassin. Fucking love it. It's my favorite Assassin's Creed until we get all the way up to Odyssey. Awesome. Fallout fucking New Vegas. It's like the best Fallout game. Then you have like Civilization 5. I put 500 fucking hours in this decade in that game. It's an awesome Civ. Then the other 2 that are big and got bigger during this time. One is League of Legends. Started technically in 2009, late release. Then it got huge in 2010 and has never looked back. It has helped define the decade in 2010. And then also, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out in 2010.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah. That year's fucking stacked. It's loaded with all-time games. Huge. Yeah, it's loaded with all-time games. And the only years that can rival it, I think, are 2001 and 2007, which is like Halo 3, Uncharted, Assassin's Creed, and I'm blanking on another big one. There's some big titles in 2007 that came out that started or ended franchises. And
Was that when Gears of War initially
it might have been,
released?
because it ended in 2011, so that 7 sounds right.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of stuff that became a thing in 2010 that helped define the decade, and our cultural touchstones for gamers today. It's crazy. Like the year's stacked. So the other ones I've got, and if I don't catch any here, you go ahead and fill them in on the year if you know it, Chris. 2011, Gears of War 3 was got some great emotional moments.
That's one of my all-time favorite games.
It's fantastic.
I've met so many friends through that, like people that I still talk to. One of those, that was like a Halo 3 or a Modern Warfare 2 game for me for online. I played it a bunch online. I've played the story multiple times. I remember playing, because I played that game solo on insane difficulty, and because you get a checkpoint in the middle of the final boss fight, which takes like 2 minutes to beat. I spent like 2.5 hours just on that 2 minutes. But I loved it. It's one of those games that I will go back to and still enjoy every single time I play it. Love that game.
Yep.
Ooh,
and Rhoda's got a point. Rhoda and me met when I was streaming Mass Effect 2 in my first 3 months of streaming back in 2015.
That's
then I started
awesome.
streaming in 2014, and then I started doing it regularly in the new year of 2015 when I got my mixer and my setup and stuff. And Mass Effect 2 is one of the games that Rhoda found me in, because I had the Hawkeyes in the title, I think, and that's how he found me. And he's stuck around ever since. Can't get rid of him.
Oh my gosh, look what you've done.
And I brought him into tons of other communities that he didn't know about, and he's everywhere. He's in Lucas's. He's in yours.
Oh my God, Rhoda's our ST.
Yeah. Yep.
He's everywhere now.
Yep. He's everywhere. All because I played Mass Effect 2 on stream.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. So other ones in 2011, Batman: Arkham City.
Best game franchise ever, in my opinion.
That's up for debate, but in terms of a three game franchise, it definitely sticks the landing better than Mass Effect ever did.
If Arkham Origin had come out in 2010s, like in the past decade, I would have been like, oh, I know my favorite game of this decade. But it didn't, so it makes it harder. But that's my favorite game franchise, I think. At least for story.
Origins?
Not Origins, Arkham Asylum. My bad.
Yeah, okay. I get what you're saying. I was like, Origins was good, but it wasn't that good.
Thank you for calling me out, because if I said that and I actually meant it, I would probably have to
I'd have to
also
kick you
say
out.
that the Last Jedi is good, and then
whoa, are you going to put Arkham Origins at the level of Last Jedi? No. Origins is not a bad game. It's nowhere near the level of the first 3 because it's a different studio.
I think Origins is trash.
Okay.
I can start any of the other Arkham games, and I will not put it down until I'm done beating it. I will start Arkham Origins, and an hour in, I'll say I'm bored, and I'll put it down.
Okay. Fair enough. And that's extremely subjective, but whatever.
My opinion is right.
Okay. Another game that defined the decade, because it's on every goddamn thing imaginable, including a fucking fridge. Yep. Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. It's been remastered multiple times.
An arrow in my knee.
It's fucking everywhere. Okay. Yeah. And another one that helped define the decade, because it officially had its 1.0 launch, I think, in 2011. It technically came out in 2009, but it went 1.0 in 11, and that is Minecraft. And a lot of people, it's the game of the decade, even more than Fortnite, because it's lasted since the beginning. It spans the whole decade.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Still being updated. It's on multiple consoles now.
It's the best-selling game of all time, I think. I'm pretty sure it's the best-selling.
It's either
except for Tetris. But like in terms of single IP, like not multiple iterations.
Yeah.
Minecraft is up there. 2012 was more of a lean year because that was an end of a cycle. At least for me. And these are just favorites for us. We got Isuelas being like 2015, Witcher, bringing other games. Yeah, everything is my fault. I know. Sorry. Then 2012 had Halo 4. That campaign fucking wrecked me. So good. It was a damn good campaign.
That was a really well polished game. I
Yeah.
can't believe that Halo 5 was its predecessor.
Yeah, that followed it up. That sucks. And then a culmination of one of my favorite franchises, Mass Effect 3. The ending not so great, but damn, is the run up to
Yeah.
that end, like literally the run up to the end. Everything
Mhm.
but the last 20 minutes is fucking amazing. Like
Yeah.
I think the ending overshadows to a too far degree what came before.
Yeah.
Because the rest of that game is awesome. Best DLC outside of Lair of the Shadow Broker in the franchise. Citadel's amazing. The story beats, the character beats, like the conversation with like Liara and your shepherd, if you're going Paragon, where they're just shooting the shit and talking about legacy, is tear jerking without being sad. Like you just feel it. It's great. Like, amazing character writing.
Interesting.
Amazing. Yeah.
I would add for 2012 Far Cry 3. I loved that game. Voss is one of my favorite villains in any video game. He has such a Joker feel to him. Like if you just go online and you look up the Voss definition of insanity scene, like it's just that's definitely he is the Joker. Like, and I love it, and everybody knows I love the Joker. I'm just all about it. So, Far Cry 3 added into 2012, super good.
Fair enough. Moving into 2013, Grand Theft Auto 5, another one of those damn near decade-defining games. Given how well it's sold, it's on every console and platform imaginable, except for Switch, because that's never coming to Switch. And AC Blast, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And I also had Tomb Raider. The reboot,
really good.
The reboot of Tomb Raider was really good.
Yeah, I would also throw in Saints Row 4 because I love Saints Row more than I love Grand Theft Auto, and I love the wackiness of Saints Row 4. So I'm throwing in that for the 2013 as well. Love it.
Fair enough. 2014 was another one of those lean years where the top isn't as good as in other years, in my opinion, but still good. In fact, my game of the year is Dragon Age Inquisition that year, and it won a lot of game of the year because it's not a particularly great game. It's not an all timer. 2014 just for whatever reason didn't have a lot of hits. First Destiny, like that, didn't hit as well as everybody thought and hoped it would. Shadow of Mordor had a lot of pacing issues, but the mechanics were great. And then Wolfenstein New Order was a great relaunch of Wolfenstein. It's Bethesda getting back into doing like proper first-person shooters with their IP and doing really good. Like the characters are awesome. BJ Blazkowicz is like actual Nazi hard R killing Captain America, and I fucking love it. It's a little too on railsy for me in terms of some moments, but and the sequel is much better in my opinion, as it should be. But it was a damn good start. So that's my 2014.
I would add, this is a game that I'm still playing to this day, totally multiplayer, on the same type of game as League of Legends. It's MOBA. It officially came out in March of 2014, but it was in beta and alpha for years before, and I've been playing it since 2013. But Smite officially came out in 2014, so I'm adding Smite to that. I still play it to this day. And it's still growing. It's on season 7 it's going into season 7 of its competitive scene. So I'm adding Smite to the list for that just because I adore that game.
Fair enough. Moving into 2015, I had Fallout 4. Didn't hit a lot of people's high hopes, but it was still a really solid game. I put a lot of hours into the settlement building, way more than I should. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which is a really old school, especially now as where they've gone with Origins and Odyssey, old school Assassin's Creed title. It even brought mechanics back that they kind of ditched with Unity or with AC Unity. And I loved the protagonists. The dual protagonists were great. Batman Arkham Knight was just oh god. Yeah, I mean if that's the final, I mean if that would have ever been, if that had actually been Conroy's last time as Batman and Hamill's last time as Joker, that'd have been fucking a great ending. It was awesome.
That would have been fantastic. Just the plot of that movie. Like, you get so many anti-heroes in that, or not the movie, the game. You get so many anti-heroes in this game. Like, it's great. I love the whole I thought it was weird that they had Scarecrow in the first game, and then he was totally different in this game.
But when it's John Noble, who gives a shit?
But I loved how they did it. Like they still said, "Well, you're still gonna get a freaking creepy Scarecrow," and you didn't only have Scarecrow. You also had, um, man, what was the anti bat?
Arkham
I don't
Knight.
remember what. Oh, that's right,
Yeah,
Arkham Knight.
technically Red Hood, but
Yeah, technically Red Hood. Yeah, but yeah, you had that, and then you had some other allies that you hadn't had as allies before, so it was really cool. I like that.
yeah. Personally, they should have called it Batman, like Fear itself or something. And
Oh,
like,
that would have been cool.
not they shouldn't have named it Arkham Knight. Like, he should have just been the Red Hood the whole time.
Yeah, but they named it.
Kind of like what they would eventually do with Bucky, where
Yeah.
like you knew the twist was coming. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't like they were trying to hide it. You know, they should have just called
Yeah.
it Fear itself and had it be centered on Scarecrow, and then Red Hood shows up in the story in a way you don't expect. That'd have been much
wouldn't
better.
They wouldn't have named it something different just because
Yeah.
all of the
Or
games
Arkham
have
Knight
had
itself would have
Arkham.
been cool. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense. But they shouldn't have named. Sorry, you're
they
right.
shouldn't have named the character.
They shouldn't have named the
Arkham Knight.
character Arkham Knight. Just have him be the
Yeah.
Red Hood. Be done.
Yeah, because Batman should be the Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My last one of the year, sequel to a previous one I have on here, and that's Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Very good.
I
one.
haven't played the third one yet, but it was
Neither
a
have
really
I,
it was a
so-
really good Indiana Jones type, like, is the guy actually
Yes.
Jesus or not? Like, kind of story, which I really dug. Like, I really dug where Tomb Raider's gone with that is it
It
or is
plays
it
with-
real vibe.
Yeah, it plays with mythology and realism and just otherworldliness and
Yeah.
the great beyond and all of that. And I love how they bring it all together and make it a very interesting, puzzling story with puzzling gameplay. Like it's great.
And she's basically a murder machine. So
Yes,
2016, weird choice at the top of my list, Pokemon Go.
I
Lit the
I
world on
was-
fire.
I hated that this game came out right after RTX.
Yeah, that was
I
was
would've
bad
got
timing.
so many Pokemon.
Yeah. 'Cause you weren't in Austin then, were you?
No, I
No,
didn't move to
and-
Austin until 2018.
Yeah, because then it was that next summer when I actually finally got more into the game when we
Yeah.
were rooming on Rainy Street. But
Yeah, and you came to Chicago for.
yeah,
was
I
it
drove
Let's
to
Play Live?
yeah, Let's Play Live, and we were walking
Yeah.
around downtown Chicago getting Pokemon
Mhm.
later that summer. That was great.
I'm so glad we didn't talk about Sausage Party.
Yeah.
I hate that movie so much.
I love that.
Ugh.
Other games, Doom. Doom is one of the best first-person shooter games ever. It's
I still need to play that throughout. like,
so
fully.
good.
I don't have it, but I played it when I was up
Games
with
Pass.
you guys, and that was so great.
It's on Games Pass.
I don't have Games Pass.
Get Games Pass. It's great.
I'm poor. I don't have spreadsheets.
That's fine. Overwatch came out in 2016.
Yes,
Not a
it did.
huge favorite of mine, but I played a lot of it, so it's on the list.
Yeah.
And then Gears of War 4, Coalition's first game in the
Yes.
franchise, was solid. Not spectacular, but solid.
yeah.
2017, a game you and I have both put in a lot of time, PUBG.
I looked at it earlier. I'm 1 hour away from 200.
I'm up over almost 500.
Oh, jeezums.
Dude, when I go hard in the game, I do a lot. Like Civ
Yeah.
5. And I guess Civ 5 I've been
Yeah.
playing for. Civ 5 I bought for Extra Life 2013 to play a 12-hour Civ game with TFT guys.
Oh my goodness.
That's how long I've been playing that game. I
That
bought the
sounds
complete
like I would
edition in
probably
2013.
Die.
It's great. Let's see what else. Wolfenstein: The New Colossus came out in 2017. Again,
Yeah.
much like Doom, damn near a perfect FPS with an awesome fucking let's just go murder Nazis. Fuck this shit. Yes, it's okay to hit Nazis. Fucking murder them. Love it. I loved their marketing was like, is it okay to hit a Nazi? Smash cut to like someone dying. Yes. Like they did not shy away from it, and it was awesome. Where they've gone with Youngblood and whatever, not so great. But man, New Colossus was great. Cuphead was 2017.
Love that game. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
And then another one for me that's PS4 centric, Horizon Zero Dawn, which is the way Leo just reminded me of. That's a damn good title and a fantastic new IP. Love it. I can't wait to see where the Guerrilla Games goes with Horizon 2 Dawn.
I have
Or Horizon
not
1
finished
Dawn.
that game.
Or I think it would be Horizon New Dawn.
Horizon 360 Dawn.
Yeah, it should be Horizon New Dawn. I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna call the sequel.
But yeah, like I haven't beat that game. I think I've put 12 hours into it. Just like searching around the world. Never beat it, but I want to go back and I want to play it. It's just I don't have time.
It's a time consumer.
It's so good though. It's really good.
But you have something that is the game of the generation for me. The game of the last 5. I think maybe the game of the decade in terms of my favorite to play. And again, it's weird that it's a one-off experience. Like I don't plan on ever going back to it. And that's God of War.
Yeah, I just started that on Thursday or on Christmas.
Yeah,
I started playing it on Christmas. I'm only about an hour and a half in, but it's fun.
Like I had never played God of War 1 through 3.
Me neither.
This God of War blew my fucking mind. I'm a sucker for Norse mythology. Thanks to Stargate. Christopher Judge was in Stargate, so I'm a happy man. And it's like actually accurate, or like thematically accurate Norse mythology. Shit's really fucking weird and messed up. Like in a way even the Greek shit isn't. It's weird and dark, and I love it.
Yeah, and, it really is.
And Christopher Judge is amazing. And the story is extremely emotional and like very heartfelt on outside of all these bombastic things. It's literally just a guy and his son trying to get his wife / and the kid's mother's ashes to her birthplace. That's it. That's the story.
Literally, the story starts off like hard hitting. That's like how the movie starts, or the game starts. It's like you learn your character comes back from chopping down a tree to set up the place to burn your recently dead wife.
Yeah.
It's like, oh gosh, we're starting here.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, how is things after this going to get crazy?
Yeah. And then like there's a moment halfway-ish through the game where I imagine it would have been like a whole fuck moment had you played the previous games, but even someone who didn't, and myself, you still feel it. It still feels like, oh, shit's about to go down. It's about to get really real, and it was fantastic. Other games this year, I didn't list Destiny 2 for, was that this year? Was that 2018? That's 17.
That was 2017.
I didn't list it because I didn't play a ton.
I think the only one that you could add, I would probably take Taken King for Destiny 1, because
I did have the OG Destiny.
Yeah. I think that's one of the only things other than the original Destiny that you could put on there, because it like revitalized
1,700 hours, Jared.
Oh my gosh.
Now, to be fair,
well,
I did have like 31 days in Halo Reach.
I've probably put more than that into Smite.
Yeah,
because I've played Smite on PC, Xbox, and PS4.
Yeah,
and I've played on multiple accounts on PC.
And Destiny 1 is one game, whereas like if you counted all my hours playing Halo, it's a fuck ton. It's a fuck ton.
Yeah.
Other games in 2018, as we wrap up here, Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
Basically Wonder Woman the game, if you played as Cassandra, which you damn well should because she's amazing. The voice actress is awesome. Soundtrack is way better than the previous few games. The Greek setting is amazing.
That would be the AC that got me back into Assassin's Creed, because I haven't played since Assassin's Creed 3.
I would buy the Origins complete if you ever find it on sale, because Origins is a good game with a good story. It's just not on the level of Odyssey. Odyssey is a legit Game of the Year contender with God of War. Like,
okay.
And Red Dead 2. 2018 was another one of those years where the heavies are fucking heavy. Like, damn, they came out swinging. Red Dead 2 is on the list, and I just finished that this year. Fuck, that story's so good.
Did you ever finish or even start Spider-Man?
Nope.
Oh man, that's
installed.
That's one of mine on 2018.
It's installed and ready to go, but I'm a year behind. Like my backlog is I'm behind. My 2019 is game 2 games. And then another 2018 title, which is an indie that contended for Game of the Year, which is crazy. That's Celeste. Fantastic platformer.
What is Celeste? Oh, it's a platformer.
Came out in January 2019 and contended at the end of the year for Game of the Year.
Wow.
It was an awesome story about mental health and depression and preservation and like oh fuck, it's so good. Yeah, it's really good. Highly recommend if you find it on a Steam sale. For me, 2019 only has 2 games because I didn't play a lot of new games in 2019. I was mostly working through backlog. Same with 2020. 2020 is going to be me catching up on the previous year. Because again, what's coming next? My coda with TV. I watch so much fucking TV and so many movies from part 1. It's a balance, and I'm always a year behind on games. But they're always there. I can always buy the disc. I can't always find the streaming rights to shows, so I try to get shows more up to date.
Yeah.
Gears 5 is one of my favorite game of the year so far.
Great game.
And again, I haven't played like Fallen Order, and I don't want to play Death Stranding, and
I don't want to play Death Stranding either. But the Jedi Fallen Order is pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it.
But Gears is much like Halo 4. For me, it's a fucking perfect campaign. Like,
oh my gosh,
it's great.
Fantastic.
It's a great new expansion of the lore and the mythology and new characters, and they stuck the landing in a way that like Halo 5 didn't.
Yeah.
So
the achievement system still doesn't know that I've beaten the game, but
that's shitty. But the actual mechanics of the gameplay are perfect.
Yeah.
There's some other stuff that bring it down. The only other game that was new I played last year, really that I played consistently, was Apex Legends.
Yeah, I couldn't get into that.
Yeah, it's a decent enough game. Plus, if you count Master Chief Reach Collection, which I don't, because it was at the beginning of the decade.
Right.
All right. Anything to add in games that we missed? Chat, let us know.
I would love
Chris,
to add a dishonorable mention.
Ooh, what do you want to add?
The entire decade has a dishonorable mention that came out this year. Anthem.
Oh God, so bad. Seriously, if Dragon Age 5 isn't awesome, BioWare's fucked.
Yeah.
Which sucks because they have such a great history in gaming. And they just keep shit in the bed.
Let's see. What else do we have here?
Because I want to rattle through my TV and then I gotta go pee again.
We got Portal 2 came out.
Oh, I have that on my list and I didn't even say it.
Portal 2 is great. Nier Automata.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing through that. That's still pretty good. Let's see. We talked about PUBG, right?
Oh yeah.
Any of the Jackbox games, they're fun.
Good call.
I'm just looking through all my Steam list right now. I know a lot of people, like, I know Liz loves this game, Dead by Daylight. I know a lot of friends who
keep talking and nobody explodes.
Yes, we still have to beat that game.
Yeah, we got close. Overcooked was a good indie title.
Overcooked was great.
438 PUBG hours. 438. That's where I'm at.
Oh dang. Yeah, I'm at 199.
Oh, Stardew Valley lit the world on fire.
Oh, that's true.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh yeah.
One of those underrated keep it alive service games that I've really
bought twice and I've never played with anybody.
Mm-hmm. Also on my list, Ultimate Chicken Horse. Probably one of the best party games I've ever played in terms of self-contained. It's not like a part of a pack party games. It's fantastic.
And what's the Mario Party knockoff one?
Pummel Party.
Pummel Party.
Pummel Party is not as polished. If Pummel Party was more polished and had a bigger team that was working on it, it'd be way better.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a knockoff Game Beasts style animation, and not as polished or clean, and it is really buggy. Whereas Ultimate Chicken Horse is just a rock solid indie party game. Like it's awesome. And you can get super customizable. I played it on Thanksgiving or Christmas Day with my cousins. They loved it.
Mm-hmm.
They loved it.
Oh, nice.
And they don't play games, and they loved it. So that's our list. Baba is you. That was really fun to watch Jen figure that shit out. That was funny. So yeah, that's our decade in gaming. I'm gonna do a little rundown for shows because Chris has about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I gotta.
So I'm gonna list this in our Discord too, by the way. So this will be in the Bottom Shelf Bar Discord. I'll have Chris put in his list to the side, and then you guys can add your own as well if you're watching this live. If you're on YouTube, make sure you go check us out over at twitch.tv/MrWarpberg, as I've already said. 2010 is another one of those years in TV that is super fucking stacked for me. Like, because of either stuff that started in the previous decade or started in 2010 and kept going. Let's go. We got Justified, Archer, Young Justice, Supernatural has aired the entire fucking decade plus 5 years. It's insane. That's crazy.
Okay.
That's the show that did that. Star Wars: The Clone Wars had its best seasons after 2010 and on. It started in 2008 and was a little rough, and then they really knocked it out of the park. Chuck was split by the decade. Nikita all started in 2010 and is basically Mission Impossible led by a female, but a little darker, the show. It's awesome. And I think it's all on Netflix, and it's basically 3.5 seasons. So do yourself a favor and watch it because it's great. Warehouse 13 is an Indiana Jones style sci-fi modern day setting, and it's great. That aired 2019 to 2014. And another Abrams one, to get an Abrams mention again, Fringe.
I was wondering when that was happening. When we were talking about Abrams, I was wondering when that happened.
Yep, 2008 to 2013, and it was one of my favorite sci-fi shows. 2011 started Game of Thrones, Person of Interest, which is another all on Netflix, and it was like this weird, very heavily serialized like story about AI and the future of humanity tucked inside a Case of the Week story. It was awesome. And everybody should watch it. Like it starts as a great figure out who done it mystery show, and then it becomes a fate of the world, AIs battling each other while humans try to survive story. Epic. And Ramin Djawadi did the score from Game of Thrones.
Nice.
Alphas was a sci-fi show that only ran for 2 seasons. Got cursed by Summer Glau. But David Strathairn, he's in Godzilla 1 and 2. He's the Admiral guy. And he's in The Expanse, and he's in a bunch of stuff. Great character actor. He plays an Xavier type, like trying to get people with powers, these limited powers. Like one guy is pretty strong. One guy is like hyperkinetic, who can like, he throws like perfect games as a kid and stuff, just without even trying.
Oh,
You know, one guy, she can like, if she makes eye contact with you, she can make you do anything she wants. Like that kind of like slight powers, and he's trying to like help them become a task force. It's a great story. Sadly, it got canceled before its time. Another in 2011 was Being Human. Sam Witwer, Sam Huntington, and I'm blanking. It's brother-sister duo. She plays Sally, the ghost. He plays her brother eventually, and he shows up in Supergirl. But that was just a great Supernatural show. And Mark Pellegrino was one of the bad guys for first seasons 1 and 2, and he's Lucifer in Supernatural, and the best version of Lucifer. Probably, I think, he's in the running for the best like Lucifer ever in any incarnation. There's been tons of Lucifers. He's awesome. I said Falling Skies, not a great show, but fun to sci-fi if you can get over the fact that it's just really stupid. 2012 was pretty lean. Had Arrow, the start of the Arrowverse, which forever changed superheroes on TV. Because Smallville kind of did, but didn't really actually take it very seriously. And then Arrow was like, no, he's going to be in costume in the first fucking episode. And they took it seriously and brought in like the League of Shadows, and like they didn't shy away from the fact that it's a comic book show instead of playing a no tights, no fights rule that Smallville had. So it forever changed the face of superheroes on TV. So that gets a nom. And Stephen Amell's awesome. The dude's just fantastic. Can't wait to see that Code 8 project he did with his cousin. It's like another real world, people get powers, but then they get regulated story. It looks pretty good. And then Legend of Korra was 2012.
Yeah, that's the one I know.
Great show.
Love that. Love that
season
show.
3. Oh my god, season 3 is perfect. Season 3 is, I think,
It really is.
almost as good as the entire arc of ATLA.
Yeah.
Because it's such a great self-contained season with an epic finale. And way more
So
condensed.
good.
It's so good. 2013, The Blacklist. James Spader having the role of his life. The dude was made to play this role as a former criminal, helping the FBI get criminals they don't even know exist. Awesome stuff. And it's so cheesy, but so good because of James fucking Spader. As well as Harry Lennox. He was in Justice League. He was in Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman. He's the General Swanwick. That guy. Who was supposed to be John Jones, apparently. Martian Manhunter. Seriously, Zack Snyder, don't say that in an interview. Fucking show it. Put it on camera. God, build a universe. Directors need to stop putting shit in ancillary material. Fucking show it. Plant the seed. Arrow was great at that. Arrow is a show. They just they threw out fucking buzzwords and references all the fucking time, and damn near all of them have come to fruition. That's how you see the universe. They didn't plan to do Legends of Tomorrow and the Flash and all this. They just came about naturally because they were seeding the universe and it worked.
Nice.
More shows needed to look like maybe have a better budget than Arrow, because that definitely held it back. But like they bring in fucking Solomon Grundy in season 2. Like they really seeded that universe extremely well, and it paid off great. 2013 also had Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which after season 1 became the best superhero show on TV. It's so good. The Ghost Rider, while the graphics aren't great, the story, some of the fights are, God, it's so good. Rick and Morty came out in 2013. Pop culture phenomenon.
Is that old?
Yeah, they've had massive hiatuses.
Oh, okay.
2014 had the best Star Wars story since the OG trilogy, and that's Star Wars Rebels. Oh, so good. Start to finish, wire to wire. Fucking awesome 4-season story. The Flash season 1. I'm talking specifically about season 1 because, man, it dovetailed hard after 1. Season 1 is like, that's how you do a superhero origin season. It's awesome. And The 100 is one of my favorite sci-fi shows. It's kind of like a dark sci-fi post-apocalypse, but everybody could die in a given week. Like, seriously, and they do. Like, characters get murdered left and right. Like, big-name actors who were in the show to the start of the season, damn near all dead by the end. Yeah, and it was all left up to the kids, and they all came through in the end. Like, they all really found their footing as actors toward the end of the series, at the end of the first season, and it was off to the races. Fucking love that show. Then we got 2015, which is stacked for me. 12 Monkeys, best time travel show ever. It's on Sci-Fi. It's on Hulu all now. Everybody, if you're gonna take a show from my list, for me, it's if you're a Star Wars guy, Star Wars Rebels, and if you're want a more live action, just serialized story, 12 Monkeys. It's phenomenal. I cried at the finale. It's one of the only finales I've ever cried at. It just stuck the landing, and in every sense. Daredevil was 2015. Jessica Jones, Agent Carter, The Expanse is currently the best sci-fi, hard sci-fi, meaning realistic, ships move like how they would in real life, bullets fly like how they would in real life show. And it's awesome. It's airing on Amazon Prime. It's where you should, if you have Prime, go watch it on Prime. 2016 is Legends of Tomorrow, which, much like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., once it got over the growing pains of season 1, became the most fun ride on TV. Characters making pop culture references. They go back in time to make sure George Lucas makes Star Wars and Indiana Jones so that their 2 smart dudes on the team don't become idiots. And it's tongue in cheek in the best way, because they know exactly how fucking dumb the premise is, and they just lean into it.
That's awesome.
It's winking at the camera all the time, and it's all great.
That's incredible.
It's fantastic. It's Brandon Routh getting to play a superhero again after Superman Returns, and it's great. It's awesome. Plus, he gets to be Superman again in Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is so cool.
That's awesome.
Stranger Things was 2016. The Good Place on NBC. Fantastic, like, meta commentary comedy on society. Awesome. 2017 had The Punisher. 2018, I didn't find any new shows that I actually watched that started in 2018, so that doesn't have anything for me. And this year was loaded with TV, almost on the level of 2010. Chernobyl and Watchmen, 2 probably only one-off series that are probably not going to have follow-ups. Then you got The Boys, which has a sequel coming already, sequel season coming. The Umbrella Academy is getting a season 2, and Doom Patrol season 2 is in like a month. All amazing shows, but that's all my TV shows. Yep.
I would add The Mandalorian to 2019.
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, I'll add it to 2019. It's really good.
All right. So thank you everyone for watching. I really got to go pee, and Chris has to go set up a movie. This is perfect timing. Do. So thank you for hanging. I'm going to have the link for this whole doc that we've been talking about and running our lists off of in the Discord channel, which, is there a command for Discord? There was. There it is. That should take you, I think that link is still active to the Discord, so you can head there if you're not already in it. And then I'll link everybody the lists there, and we'll update them as we go. So, yeah, thanks for hanging. It was a good night. Have a good New Year. Chris, have a good New Year's. I know you have to work, but
Yep. It's all good.
All right.
Should be good. Everybody have a good New Year. Thanks for stopping by and listening to a chat about crap.
Yep.
3 hours? Holy crap.
Yeah, 3 hours and 7 minutes.
Jeezums.
That was awesome. That's fantastic. I gotta go pee. I'm gonna be back though in a second after Chris is gone. I'm gonna get around to Halo and to end the new year. To end the year. So
All right.
see ya.
Bye, guys.